Hi guys, Queenie here, and today we are making some chicken noodle soup. We're going to start with some bone-in chicken thighs that I'm going to brown in some olive oil until they get a nice golden color. Next, I have some carrot, celery, and onion that I've chopped finely because I'll be serving mine to a toddler. We're going to add that to the pan once we've taken the chicken out, and we're going to cook it in those juices from the chicken and that oil. You may need to add a little extra oil to saute them in. You just want to saute these until they start to like sweat and get soft. You don't want to brown them because you don't want those little burnt bits in your soup. So you want to watch it closely and just lightly saute it until they get a little soft. And then we're going to add in some seasoning, which I have here, my all-purpose seasoning, a little salt, pepper, and I also added a tablespoon of butter, which I didn't show on here. Next, we're going to add the meat back to the pan with the vegetables and the bay leaf, and then an entire carton of chicken stock or chicken broth, whichever one you have on hand. We're going to add the entire carton. Don't worry if it doesn't cover all the way because most of this liquid is actually going to cook out, and we're going to be adding water at a later time, about 2 to 3 cups. Next, you want to cover this and bring it, or partially cover it, and bring it to a rapid boil for about 45 minutes. And then we're going to come in, and here I have some thyme that I've frozen in olive oil, but you could add fresh herbs here, any that you like. Here I use thyme. And we're going to add that in and also add in our 2 to 3 cups of water because at this time about 45 minutes has passed and the water's cooked out. Next, I'm going to come in with a 1/4 teaspoon of Better Than bouillon, the organic one. I love this stuff. You actually could use a powdered bouillon or a homemade bouillon, whichever one you have on hand, but bouillon does lend good flavor to the soup. So I always use it in really any soup that I make. It's a little salty, so if you're, watching your sodium, you may want to omit this step. Okay, we're going to add that to the pan and bring it back to a boil. And now we're going to remove our meat from the pan. I remove the meat so that I can discard the bones. I don't like bones in my soup, so this step is optional also. Take out the meat, remove the bones, and you can chop the meat or shred it here, whichever you like to do. I use thighs, but you also could use breast or legs or whatever cut of chicken you prefer for this soup. I just like the richness that thighs give the broth for chicken noodle soups. Okay, so you're going to shred this meat, remove it from the bone, discard the bones, and add it back to the pot. I also peeled about 3 golden potatoes and chopped them. I'm going to add those to the pot with the chicken as well. And I also made a slurry, which is about 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, some juice from the pot, and a little bit of turmeric. Set that to the side. And in another pot, you want to bring some water to a boil and cook your noodles, whichever pasta you like. Here I used egg noodles. Once they're done, remove them, put them in a bowl and drain them, and toss them in a little olive oil. Now you're going to come back and add your slurry back to the soup pot and stir. And you're probably going to cook this for another 25 to 30 minutes until it gets to desired thickness. Add in your noodles to a bowl, your pre-cooked noodles, and then ladle over your soup. And there you have it, Queenie's chicken soup. I don't like to cook my pasta in the soup because it makes it starchy, especially the next day. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Bye.